Hello and welcome back to the Littlest PetCast. I am your host James, and today is not a usual Littlest PetCast episode. We aren't going to go over an episode of Littlest Pet Shop, but we are going to talk about something more serious, and that is the recent protests surrounding the death of one George Floyd and police brutality and systemic racism as a whole. This is certainly a big topic, and I am certainly not the most qualified individual to be speaking about such matters. But to not say anything is also terrible in its own right. So first, let's start with this. Black lives matter. They need to matter before anything else can be said on this. I am not a great wordsmith, especially when it comes to stuff like this. I just need you to bear with me, okay? I am trying. But basically what I want to say is, if you think the cops are all right, and if you think that no changes need to be made, and if you think the system is fine just the way it is, and nothing I or anyone else can say on this issue will change your mind, then I invite you to leave and never come back. Do not listen, because I don't want people like you listening, because you are terrible, terrible people. Now, back to the matter at hand. If I can change your mind, or if you are willing to listen, thank you. We need more people like you that are willing to listen and willing to help in any way, shape, or form. Now, the death of George Floyd is a lot of things. But the thing it isn't, and the reason these protests are happening, is because it is not a shock. It is just another piece of police brutality, and it is also just essentially the straw that broke the camel's back. Or I would say that if there wasn't numerous other protests and stuff. But this one seems to be taking to protests on a level we haven't really seen in a long time. It's okay. I am trying my best, but this is difficult to talk about. So forgive me if I'm not perfect. But the things that need to be said are that this cannot keep happening. We need to demand racial equality and police accountability on any front we can. We have to be willing to help our fellow man in times of need. We need to not let this continue to happen, because if it continues to happen, everything will just be worse. So, what can be done? Well, protesting, obviously, but you can also donate to certain causes. You can help whoever is in need. There are certainly plenty of places to donate. It's just a matter of figuring out which one to donate to, I guess. I don't know. Like, if you can donate to all of them, that's great, but I understand if you can't. I found something on Twitter where that I'll link to. I'll link to the Black Lives Matter official website, as well as okay. So I found this video on Twitter where like it's a black woman named Zoe Amira who made an hour-long video filled with art and music from black creators that has like a ton of ads, where if you don't skip the ads, all of the ad revenue will go through different Black Lives Matter organizations. So that'll be helpful. Another thing I think you can do is there's this thing called shoot, I just had it. Oh yeah, the 8 can't wait like hashtag on Twitter, which is a series of 8 police policies that can decrease police violence by 72%. So you can also look into that and demand that your city do enact these policies, and these are really helpful policies. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I've said a lot so far, and I do plan on saying more. I just needed to compose myself just a little bit. So we're almost at the home stretch. So other things I would recommend you doing. I would recommend doing your own research and figuring out what type of support is best for you. I would say, like, do your own research, figure out what type of support is best for you, and also do your own research to see what's going on, because there are some places, some news organizations that will blur the truth and tell you that the cops aren't doing anything wrong when they so clearly are. I would ask you to be informative where you can when it comes to the matter of other people, but other people are stubborn sometimes and might not listen, and I understand if like you might not want to engage in that. And the last thing I'll say is that, like, despite everything that is going on, it is important for you to take time for yourself, to relax, to be sure you are okay in all of this. Because, like, as helpful as you want to be, or as helpful as you are, like you're not gonna be as helpful if you're just like breaking down under the pressure of everything. And it is okay to relax every once in a while and enjoy something on your own free time, and not always be bogged down by all of this. And I know it can be hard to do so. Like I know I've felt that, but it is important. So, to summarize, Black Lives Matter, ACAB, please help in any way you can. What else? Take time for yourself and be relaxed. Make sure you know what you're doing, and please be safe, be reasonable, be respectful. That's the other thing. I forgot. Like, if you are protesting, be safe with both, where people are attacking you and just coronavirus. This is a very complicated issue. There is no easy way to do this. I'm almost 12 minutes into this recording, and there is just so much that needs to be said. Okay, so like I said, please be helpful, be safe, be knowledgeable, be kind to one another. That is all I can ask of anyone. And honestly, that is everything that I need to say, I think. So that'll do it for this special. It's gonna be under special because there's no other good way to put this under. Special episode of the Littlest PetCast. In taking to my own advice, a regular episode should be up soonish. I don't know. Like this, like the last bit of this is being prolonged, and the recent events aren't making it easier, but that's not what they're intending to do anyway. It's not. I'm not. Like these events are more important than this show. It's just again, I need to listen to myself and take time to relax, and doing this relaxes me, and I hope listening to it relaxes you. It's just so I hope everyone has as good a day as they possibly can given the circumstances. That is all I will say. Thank you for listening.